Welcome to Tips Hub. Have you ever heard the numbers 120/80 when talking about blood pressure and wondered what they actually mean? Well, today is your lucky day, as I'm going to break it down for you. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand your blood pressure readings, but you'll also learn some surprising tips to keep your numbers in the healthy range. Stick with me, because what you discover might just change the way you think about your health. Let's start with the basics. 120/80, these are two numbers, but they tell us a lot about your heart. The first number, 120, is your systolic pressure. Think of it as the pressure in your arteries when your heart beats and pumps blood. Imagine blowing up a balloon. When you squeeze it, the air rushes out. That's what's happening when your heart contracts. The second number, 80, is your diastolic pressure. This is the pressure when your heart relaxes between beats. If your heart were a car engine, this would be the idling stage. Still running, but not actively pushing out fuel. Both numbers work together to keep your body running smoothly. Here's a question for you. Did you know that both of these numbers need to be in balance for your heart to work efficiently? What happens if one number is higher or lower than it should be? Let's find out. Now, why is 120/80 considered the ideal? Think of your blood vessels as garden hoses. When the pressure is just right, water flows smoothly, and your plants get the perfect amount of water. But what happens when there's too much pressure? The hose might burst, or the water might damage the soil. The same thing happens inside your body. Too much pressure or hypertension can damage your arteries and increase your risk of heart attacks, strokes, and kidney damage. On the other hand, if the pressure is too low, your organs and tissues might not get enough blood, leaving you feeling dizzy or fatigued. So, what's your blood pressure like? Is it in the healthy range, or do you think it's a bit too high or too low? Keep watching, because next, we'll talk about what to do if your numbers are off. Let's say your blood pressure isn't 120/80. Maybe it's 140/90 or 110/70. What do those numbers mean for your health? Here's where things get interesting. Here's a bonus you might not have expected. Did you know that blood pressure naturally fluctuates throughout the day? It's not always the same. Exercise, stress, and even what you eat can cause temporary changes. For example, if your blood pressure is 140/90 consistently, it may indicate hypertension, something you'll want to address before it causes more serious problems. But what about low blood pressure? Numbers like 90/60 might not seem as dangerous, but they can lead to fainting spells or dizziness. Have you ever felt dizzy when standing up too quickly? That could be your blood pressure dropping suddenly. Have you ever noticed that? Now let's explore how to manage these changes. So, how can you keep your blood pressure in the ideal range? It's all about balance, just like driving a car. You want to maintain the perfect speed to avoid accidents, right? The same goes for your heart. Lifestyle changes like regular exercise, reducing sodium intake, managing stress, and maintaining a healthy weight can help you regulate your blood pressure. Here's something you might not know. Dark chocolate, yes, you heard that right, dark chocolate can actually help lower blood pressure thanks to its flavonoids. And if you love tea, you're in luck. Green tea has also been shown to support heart health. Did you know that something as simple as adding more potassium-rich foods like bananas or spinach can naturally lower your blood pressure? How many of these foods are you including in your diet? Even with all these tips, it's important to know when to seek medical help. If your blood pressure is consistently high or low, or if you experience symptoms like severe headaches, chest pain, or shortness of breath, it's time to consult a healthcare professional. These could be signs of a more serious condition that requires immediate attention. Have you had your blood pressure checked recently? If not, it's worth considering even if you feel fine. Sometimes, high blood pressure can be a silent condition with no obvious symptoms. Understanding your blood pressure is one of the simplest yet most important things you can do for your health. Now that you know what 120/80 means and how to keep your blood pressure in check, you're already ahead of the game. If you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Tips Hub for more practical health advice. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest videos. Stay healthy, stay informed, and take control of your health.